Oh, what if rankings? Let's do that because we're still talking
Oh
about
yeah.
Marvel. So we are so we said we would do this at the end, and we're just going to do it as in our newscast right now, but there will be like a cutout for it as well, so you'll be able to listen to it by itself. But we want to do this because not all of us were on every episode, so this is going to be our chance. So to make this not super long, we're just going to go around the room, and Kirkland Patzer, you're going to start. Give us your whole list from the bottom to the
Okay.
top. What did you think about What If? And yeah, and I obviously I don't think we've rated overall because I think next year one of our casts is we're going to do a live MC ranking. We've done it before, but that was all the way, that was after Endgame. So I'd love to rank it now that we have WandaVision, Shang-Chi, and stuff like that. And like Shang-Chi for me still not properly rated because I want to see it one more time before I could really rank it. So we're going to do that in January, but this is just the show. So what do you got, Kirkland Patzer? I want to see if we all have the last episode, which is the same one.
Yeah, so I mean, just what I thought of the series in general was phenomenal. I thought it surpassed my expectations. Loved some episodes, and I feel like even the episodes that's at my bottom of my list, it's still like that was a great episode. But yeah, so start from the bottom, I guess. My least favorite episode is the Captain Carter one, which is still a great episode. It's just it was so similar to
Mhm.
First Avenger. After that, number 8, I have the Killmonger episode. I didn't write down the names of these, so
Whoa.
yeah, take it how
That's
you will.
pretty low.
Yeah.
8. Wow. I can't remember. Isn't that one just like I think it's just what if Killmonger met Tony Stark? I think it is,
What he
but
What if he
saved Tony
saved
Stark.
them?
and what he
Yeah,
saved
I
Tony Stark.
think it's
Wow,
those.
8. That's
Yeah,
surprising.
so that one's pretty low. I was expecting a reaction like that out of Travis at least. So number 7, I had What If the World Lost Its Mightiest Heroes?
Hmm.
That's like kind of the mystery one where
Yeah.
yeah, you remember.
Or Hank Pym
Um
fucking loses it and everything.
yeah. Number 6, I have the What If Thor Was an Only Child episode. Um could have been higher. I had to bump it though. I had to bump it down just because I really love that Thor that we got. He was just so comedic and he worked for me. But number
Yeah.
5, I have the Ultron episode, the penultimate. What if
Okay.
Ultron? I don't even know what if it was called. What if he won? I think
What
it's.
if he won? Yeah. What if
Yeah.
Ultron won? Yeah.
Number 4 was the zombies episode. What if zombies? I think that's the title. Number 3, I have the Star Lord one with T'Challa's Star Lord. Number 2, the Doctor Strange episode, and then number 1 was the finale for me. So there you go.
Number 1 was the finale.
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely. Go check out my review for that one. I was praising it pretty hardcore.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to watch the finale again. I've only seen it like 1.5 times, but yeah, I'm excited to watch again. Yeah, my overall thoughts. I love this show. I want them to keep doing this. I want Star Wars to do this. Because there's just so much potential with this. And yeah, maybe near the end we got a little more crossovery and we got more. It was less anthologized, and that's what I like a little less, even though those episodes are solid. But yeah, I really enjoy this, and I want them. Obviously, they've said they got a second season. I imagine they got season 3. I want them just to keep going. I want more weird stuff like this. I want all these what ifs. I love that the Batman '89 comics happening. All these things. I want them one day to do like a Spider-Man 4 with Toby. So I love the idea of just playing with franchises and mess around with them and doing like we got serious episodes, we got fun episodes, we got characters in a completely new light. So this is definitely that. Not all episodes are a knockout, but I feel like it's definitely one of my favorite things MCU has done. It's close or maybe in the top 10. I'm still deciding that. Again, I'm going to probably rank it more near the end of the year because we got Eternals and Spider-Man still coming out. So we will see. But so for myself, following the trend, Captain Carter, yeah, what if Peggy Carter became Captain, whatever Carter, whatever the fuck the episode's called. Yeah, it's so funny because at the time I did really enjoy it, and I was like, oh, if they're all like this, just kind of a solo adventure, that works for me. But then once I saw we got later on, it's like, oh, this is just easily like there's other episodes I went back and forth like, oh, maybe the bottom 2 were solidified, but this was like easily solidified as the last one for me. So that's where it is. Again, after this, I really like that one. I like the episodes. The rest of them I really like to love. I got, What If Thor Was Only Child. It was a fun episode, good party episode, but it was just kind of a throwaway. But I had some really good laughs with it. So there you go. I also like Kirkland in Seventh Place have What If the Earth Lost the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, whatever it might be. Yeah, it's so funny because at the time I really liked it. It was really unique. Again, I still do. And I think when it aired, I would have guessed it was gonna rate higher, and it didn't, but I guess that's a good thing for the
Yeah.
show overall. Number 6, I got the Killmonger episode. I did really enjoy it. I just love seeing more of Eric Stevens. I think he's a fascinating character, but I think there is like I think Brent has said this on Marvel Line where sometimes some episodes just need like an extra 5 minutes or 7 minutes, like just a little more. And I feel like his episode does because a lot like we go through a lot of Killmonger very quickly, and I think the ending is very like lackluster, especially in the finale. They pick it up and you have Tony and Pepper and Sherry like running through a hallway with whatever. It's like, okay, this is how we resolved. That's fine. But it was great seeing Killmonger again. Number 5 is What If Ultron won. Really liked that just because it was a really crazy episode. The fight alone, I know some people have the problem with the multiverse fight. I did not. I love them punching through multiverses, going through different eras and whatnot. And it was great to see Vision just destroy everyone and then just realize, oh, hey, something else is out there. Number 4, I have What If the Watcher Broke His Oath, the finale. Like I said, I did really like it. I need to watch it again because it's one I've seen the less, and I wanted to again before this, but I didn't get a chance to. It's just that I prefer the more like anthology aspect, so that's why that kind of got more, didn't make the top 3. Number 3, What If T'Challa Became Star-Lord. It was just a fantastic episode overall. It's like it's not the send off to Chadwick because we have these other episodes, but it kind of still feels like that because it's like his one solo episode. I really like that idea. Even the producer said like there was plans after this to make a What If spinoff show of just T'Challa and him being Star Lord.
Good
Man, like
Thanos. Come on.
what?
We got good Thanos in that one
Yeah, oh
too.
yeah,
So
good
great.
Thanos is so good. Like he's phenomenal in that. But like, man, obviously, like Chadwick Boseman's gonna be missed a bunch. But the fact that we could have got like a 6 to 10 animated series of Star-Lord, T'Challa, oh damn, just would have been so good. I love that universe they set up. And Marvel Zombies is number 2. I was surprised, like obviously, if you're a comic book fan, you've read Marvel Zombies. I still am just surprised every time I watch it, like how deep they went into the horror aspect and how like violent it was. I couldn't believe it. So I love that episode. And that's an episode too where I feel like all these episodes where I'll watch and maybe want to watch a bunch. And this is episode like every Halloween, I'm gonna put this on. It has like a seasonal feel to it, so I think it's gonna become like an annual watch around in my house. So that's great. And then number 1, as I've said it before, and this is where it's tough to rank them because there's stuff like the Captain Carter episode where no way that's even in the top 15. But you got this Doctor Strange episode, which for me is like I said, easily that episode alone is like in the top 10. So that's why I've had a tough time ranking it. But you can go back and listen to Taylor's Eye review. We talked about it. We really raved about that. I just love that episode so much. As you know, some of the Doctor Strange stuff in the MCU hasn't like vibed with me, but that episode, man, it still it shook me. I still remember it. I get goosebumps thinking about it at times. I'm still waiting. I'm gonna check while Taylor goes. I don't think they've released a score for What If. I don't think you've seen it. Have you, Taylor, at all?
I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah, and it's just like there's some really good tracks in here. Yeah, it's just podcasts, lots of podcasts. Go check them out. And it just sucks because usually after all the shows end, they release them all for the shows. And I remember there's multiple tracks, but specifically the end credit scenes in the end credits for Doctor Strange. It's just like a haunting score. So I'm really disappointed it's not coming out. Maybe it'll happen later on down the line, but yeah. So that is my ranking. Taylor, I'm gonna throw to you after this ad break. But yeah, I want that fucking soundtrack. I'm just waiting. I check all the time, nothing.
It's probably on YouTube. It'd be on YouTube before it hits
Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there's a song from Free Guy, which isn't even on the actual official playlist. It's a fantasy sung by Jodie Comer, and it's not on the playlist at all, but it's on YouTube. So I had to download off of there and everything. But yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna look into that. That's 5 seconds. And we're back with our Marvel What If rankings. Kirklin's gone. I've gone with the superior list. And then Taylor Field will be going next. So, Taylor Field, you and your rank stuff is always interesting. So, did you follow suit and have Captain Carter last?
So, my number 9, and I picked this one because this was the one episode that I actually got drowsy on. I didn't fall asleep, but could have passed out watching. Until the very end of that episode. This is Thor: We're an Only Child. This is my number 9.
Wow.
My number 8. I'm with you, Kirklin. Killmonger, Rescue Tony Stark. It's my number 8. My number 7. I have Captain Carter, the first Avenger.
Oh, you sexist. That's so low.
You guys ranked it higher than me.
Yeah, we did higher than yeah, I know.
You piece of shit.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I really like that episode. I like that
Pantsless
we got
man.
like the Hydra god in there because that was just a whole new like story of like what's going on.
That's
Like
right.
this is a totally different like agenda for Red Skull, which I thought was pretty cool to see. So
First, they're gonna get Chappelle, then Taylor's next. Just you wait.
that's a hot topic. I was reading into that.
Oh yeah, it is. And I actually haven't watched the special because I'm somebody that has liked his other specials, but I've understood that there's some stuff on the line. But even some people I've talked to that liked his other specials were like, this one's a little so I'm gonna maybe watch it tomorrow because I want to see what all it's about. But yeah, it's so let's hope we're never in that situation. Luckily, we don't feel anything like that, and we don't have any jokes about this. We just joke about Taylor Field and his lists and how he hates Captain Marvel. So that's as far as we're going. So you're at your 6th now.
Number 6 is World Loses Its Mightiest Heroes.
Mhm.
It was up there, or actually it was lower on my list. Is it lower or higher? I don't know. How would I word this? Because it's lower is good because it's closer to 1.
I'd
So
say it's like higher on the totem
No,
pole.
yeah, I
Higher on
think
the totem pole?
lower. Yeah, like higher would be better in the situation. 1
Okay.
being like first place.
It's higher just because like I got a kick out of seeing the heroes dying, and it's just the fact that it caught me completely. Taylor Field is over.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's what's claimed that we're gonna see. You're gonna
Yeah.
wake up
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be trending, yeah.
Taylor Field is over.
Yeah, that was my luck. Fuck. I just love that it was just Hank Pym. I just thought that was a complete like curveball,
that was
and
cool.
how he killed the Avengers too was just nuts, especially Hulk. It was just totally just gruesome.
You bring up the Hulk moment. That may still be the most memorable moment of this entire show. I will never forget on my screen just seeing Hulk grow and just fucking blow up.
Mhm.
And it also gave me the second when I had to see Gwen's reaction, man, because she was just so confused about what happened to Hulk. And that Hulk being blown up, fantastic. And just even the way he killed people, like going small and going into their brain and shit, like he was fucked up. He was a messed up dude, you know?
Yeah, he was poor Hawkeye. He did not have a good my number 5, if Ultron won. I really like that episode. It just, like you said, Travis, just them punching out of different dimensions and universes it was just incredible. I have to see that live action someday. It's just unfathomable and just absolutely mesmerizing. Number 4, T'Challa became Star-Lord. I really liked that episode. I loved how it just felt like everything was great. Everything in the world was just perfect. I like that we got to see the Collector as the villain. I thought that was a unique approach in this case. Jack Collector. Yeah, he was using like Hela's weaponry and stuff. It's just super bonkers. It's just cool to witness. But the reason that is number 4 is because these top 3 are like the creme de la creme for me. My number 3 is the zombies. I just think the zombies was just so fantastic. It was awesome. I really loved what they did with the theme. It felt like you said, like as a traditional kind of every Halloween can pop this on the TV as a tradition. It just had great horror zombie elements and nods that I felt like were pulled from other zombie films and incorporated into this, which I really like.
I can't believe it's not your number 1. I thought zombies was gonna be
I have a number 1, and I thought long and tediously on this, and number 1, I feel very confident about it. So my number 2 though, the Watcher broke his oath. The Guardians of the Multiverse. I don't know how you can really beat something like that, which I mean they did beat it with this one episode that I went with my number 1, but
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they did it.
He's just like, that's what I do.
It's such a good episode. There's so many things done right, and I just want to see that whole entire episode brought to live action. It was just so good. I was just so awake at 1 a.m. just so jazzed on this episode, like couldn't go to sleep, like yelling at the top of my lungs, excited. So when we get to my number 1 here,
poor Madison.
Totally
screaming.
My number 1, Doctor Strange Lost His Heart. I just absolutely love this episode. It's just such an emotional heartbreak because I feel like you get this in-depth connection to Doctor Strange that we hadn't really got before. We got this connection in the movie where sure, he lost the use of his hands, and it was detrimental to his mentality and
Why'd you
his whole
laugh
life.
after that? Why'd you
I
laugh?
don't know. I
There's
don't
no to do with his hands.
know. But then just getting this take of him losing, I want to call her Rachel
Christina.
too, Christina. Rachel.
Rachel, they got him.
um, yeah, I just feel like this episode was just fantastic. It was just a dark, depressing perspective to Doctor Strange that I didn't know we needed. It was just an interesting route to get us not the character that we've already got, just in a different time and place in the multiverse. As if, like, how do I explain this? Like, it's not like we're
I don't
getting
know.
the Hulk or Tony Stark as Iron Man, or just these same characters in a different like place, but still themselves. This is the same character, but as I call him, Doctor Strange, he's absorbed demonic forces, gods, like
Catching on
entities.
big
Like,
time.
he is such a total left turn version of this character, to the point where you have the good version versus the evil version, and
Mm.
it's bonkers. It's absolutely insane to witness this. And again, the depression, the emotional aspect to this, with the possibility of him being represented in other medias, is just legendary. I don't know how to put it all into words. It's the best episode of What If.
I'll give
And
it to you though. You keep pushing that narrative that he's gonna have to show up in live action. Like, you push that as much as Ghost Rider nowadays, you know.
oh, it'll happen.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I hope for your sake it does. I wouldn't be opposed, but
Again, in Spider-Man. Look out. I
yeah,
think I
he's
made
the
that
main
prediction.
villain. Yeah. Aspuff says his top 3 was What If, Doctor Strange, T'Challa, and Marvel Zombie. So good man. He had the same thing as me. So, you know, pure class. So, but do you guys have anything else to say on What If season 1?
Phenomenal. I want more of
Mhm.
it. Yeah.
Next year, and we're getting phase 4 What Ifs too. So
Next
you know,
time,
it's like,
baby.
I hope it's just like, yeah, what if the Eternals weren't cowards? I hope that's a big episode and see what everything. And maybe they will. Maybe they'll do that.
They
So
just show up and just like basically do what Vision did to Thanos.
yeah, but reverse, just like make everything good. Like oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
I guess that was just T'Challa's Star-Lord pretty much. But
Yeah.
so now we got some trailers to talk about. Oh, actually, we'll talk about one more thing here in MC Relay, because Smalley Bigs, I don't know where this came from, and this is what you hit to do when you join our Patreon. You send questions, so please let us know in the comments, and in the comments and whatnot, let us know what your favorite episodes of What If is. Rank them in the YouTube comments, Facebook, Twitter, everything like that. S Bubs throws out one for season 4 saying, "What if Shang-Chi stayed with his father?" Yeah, that'd be good. You could kind of get the. I think that would almost be the equivalent to the Doctor Strange episode, where you'd see him probably much more darker, you know, much more on the bad side and everything like that. So I would be completely down with that, you know. But
Wouldn't it just be the roles swapped? He'd be the sister running the nightclub, and the sister would be out
Well, the sister
well,
being
no,
a
the
car
sis-
valet.
though.
no, the sister ran away too.
Yeah, I know,
sister
but
hated it.
wouldn't it be like? Well, so you're saying like he
I
wouldn't
think
have
he'd
run
be.
away, period?
Yeah, I think like he would have killed that guy that killed his whatever mom and then came back. So I feel like it
Okay.
would have just been like him as the leader of the 10 Rings, which is fully bad, fully kicking ass and stuff like that. Maybe he's helping breaking
he-
through that fucking that immortal wall or whatever, you know, the ancient
Do you
wall. So
do you think he would his dad definitely wouldn't have given him the rings though? And if he's bad, he probably would have just killed his dad and taken if we're
uh
leaning into this what if scenario.
I
I
bet
feel
in
like it
this
would go that route.
I bet in this, yeah, you're probably right that he would get maybe power hungry, or they just do something like his dad died in battle, and that's how he got the
Yeah.
rings and whatnot. Fanboy Kid says, "What if Xiling killed her father?" That's the one thing though with What If, that we throw out these scenarios, and as the first season showed me that I was completely wrong, because I would have never guessed. You know, we're gonna have What If T'Challa became Star Lord. That was a complete
Yeah.
out of left field. So I feel like, other than like, we could go down the list. I feel like, other than the Peggy one and other than Ultron winning, those are the most two, like, oh, we could have jumped and figured that one out. The rest of them were
Yeah.
all pretty like zombies, Hank Pym being the villain. They're all like very out there and stuff like that. So I don't know if they really like take that direct adaptions to these what ifs, which is a good thing, you know. So
Yeah, absolutely. Because then
yeah,
it builds up like we can get surprised, and like that happened multiple
100%.
times throughout the series. I think some of my favorite episodes were the ones that really took me for a loop, and I wasn't expecting that. So
Yeah, which, and I guess you could also say like the what if Thor was an only brother, but really that was just a stretch to make him a party animal, you know,
oh, yeah.
like
Viva
that.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So